Hi guys, it's me Garrett, and today I'm going to be doing a Galaxy Eyes deck profile. I did a Galaxy Eyes one before, but it was more for a kite character profile, and this one was a deck that I made specifically for a thing that we were going to do but didn't actually have a chance to, which was a Battle of the Eyes. I built a Galaxy Eyes deck to compete against the other ones, but I still have it built, and it's playable actually at the moment, so we're going to keep it like this, and I want to show you exactly what I made. And so on to that. To start it off, I have 3 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. It was one of the requirements for the deck anyways, but at the same time it's a good card to have in here, especially with the revivability of Galaxy Eyes. Perfect to run at 3, and good searchability as well. Next, I have 2 Galaxy Knight. Searchable with the Galaxy Expedition, but it's a good card because it revives the Photon if it's in the graveyard for an instant rank 8 play, and it's just a good easy normal summon if you haven't normal summoned with that turn already. Next, I have 3 Galaxy Wizard. Wizard, he can either double his level or search for a Galaxy card. Most of the time you're going to be searching for that Galaxy card unless per chance you actually opened up with a Galaxy Edition. In that case, you can just go ahead and just turn his level 8 and summon off another Galaxy monster. With this deck, I was running a Felgran engine, so I could have it revived from the graveyard much faster and everything. So we have 2 Divine Dragon Lord of Felgrans. Their effects is whenever they're revived from the graveyard, they can banish a monster on your opponent's field or graveyard and gain 100 attack per rank or level, depending on what you banished. And when it destroys a monster by battle, you can special summon another dragon from your grave. Next, I have 2 Archbrave. Archbrave is a good choice for this because anytime it's sent to the graveyard, special summon a level 7 or 8 dragon from your grave. Except for a copy of itself, but you can go for that Felgran, or you can go for Galaxy Eyes just to get it back to the field. And when it's special summoned from the graveyard, banish all spell and traps on the field, and it gains 200 attack for each banished. Next, I'm running 2 copies of Paladin of Felgran. Since I was running the engine anyways, I decided to keep it, and equips a dragon from my deck to it as a equip spell, and while it's equipped, I believe it's unaffected by card effects. Yeah, while it's equipped, it's unaffected by monster effects. And if I contribute it and one other card on the field, and special summon a dragon from the graveyard, so a good combo with that would be like equip it with a Archbrave and have another monster on the field, just tribute that. The Archbrave hits the graveyard, so if you have extra level 8s in the grave, the next standby phase will come back, and then whatever else is in the grave you can bring back to Felgran. Next, I am running 1 Galaxy Eyes Cloud Dragon. What it does is you contribute it and special summon a Galaxy Eyes if it's in your hand or graveyard. But I use it for its grave effect is if it's in the graveyard, you can equip it to an XZ monster as an extra material, but you can only do that once per turn. And it also makes great fodder for Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. It's, for most dragon decks, you're going to be running one of these anyways, and the Cloud Dragon makes for perfect fodder, but even then, just any other dragon would work. Now on to the spells. For my spells, I'm running 1 Galaxy Wave. It's a primarily XZ deck, so you're going to be XZ summoning a lot, and if you happen to have that, that's just free burn damage. Foolish Burial to get whatever I need in the graveyard faster, like a Archbrave or Felgran, or the Galaxy Eyes if I want to bring that back with the Archbrave. Running 1 Soul Charge, again for the in-grave effects, or the revive effects of Felgran and Archbrave. And then I'm running 1 of the Cypher Ascension. I do run the Neo Galaxy Eye Cypher Dragon in here, so that's why I'm running the Cypher Ascension, but it's not a card I primarily go into, so it's just if I happen to have it, I can play it. And also rank up Magic the 7th one. In this I have 107 and C107, and if you draw into that, I can go straight into those, and it's just a good play to have. I'm running Twin Twisters, 2 copies of that. just to help clear back row if I can't get Archbrave back, but it also helps get cards in the grave that I need, like an Archbrave from my hand to the graveyard, or just anything else I need in there. Next, I'm running 2 Terraforming to go with my 2 Dragon Ravine. Dragon Ravine is perfect for this deck due to the fact of the engrave effects of both Archbrave and Felgrand. So, just helps me get those plays off much faster. Next, I'm running 2 copies of Galaxy Expedition. This is the primary playmaker if you have Galaxy Eyes or Galaxy Knight or even Galaxy Wizard, whose level you've increased on the field. Go for another Galaxy Monster and then overlay. For some draw power, I have Trade-In in here. Again, just gets the monsters that I want in the graveyard there faster, and it allows me to extend my hand play as well. And last for the spells, I have 3 Return of the Dragon Lord. Beautiful, beautiful card for any dragon-based deck due to the fact that you can just revive any high-level dragon, and if a dragon on your field would be destroyed, banish this card instead from your graveyard. On to the traps. I only have a few traps. One of them is the counter trap Tachyon Transmigration. The reason why I decided to add this was to give myself a little bit of power of stopping things, especially if I have a Galaxy on the field, because I can just activate the turn that anything happens, but if not, it's still a face-down trap I can have. I also run a Cipher Bit, a little bit of protection and overlay material gain, but other than that, those were just personal choices to put in there. And lastly, I run triple Call the Haunted, again for Archbrave and Felgrands. On to the extra deck. For the extra deck, I have 2 rank 4s, Dark Rebellion, Xyz Dragon, and Castiel. It's just generic enough that I can have both the Galaxy Wizard or the Felgrand Paladin be used for materials for these. They're both can be decided playmakers if you decide to use them. Red Eyes Metal Flare Dragon, good rank 7. The only one I run in here due to the fact the only level 7s I run are the Archbraves, and having both in you'd have to have both on the field to go into this. But it's not impossible to do. I run 1 Divine Dragon Knight Felgrand, good for stopping your opponent from gaining stuff or even keeping your field clear, or keeping your field up. Because if you have a good monster you want to keep and unaffected by other things, just use his effect. Next, I run 2 copies of Cipher Dragon. The reason why I run 2 is because it's good to go into, steal a monster, and plus 1, you can use 1 to go into Neo Cipher, and the other one I can go into Cipher Blade with. Speaking of, my next is Cipher Blade. Good rank 9, good just popper, and if it itself is destroyed, you can bring back a Cipher from your graveyard, if you so want to. I have Galaxy Eyes Armor Photon Dragon. Extensive plays, especially with the Darkness Matter, or even Cipher Blade, because it gives you a free pop, gives you a pop, so you can use that and then go immediately into Blade and then use its pop as well. Then I run 1 Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. It's just an optional thing. Didn't run it for any particular reason other than the fact that I could possibly go into it. As well as Neo Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon, same thing. Didn't run it, only ran it because of the possibility I could go into it. And it also would be good to have it if I could get it off as well. Next are all number monsters, so we have number 38. Good for spell negation, gets that material up, and also good just attack fodder, so you can force it to attack it instead of your key cards that you're wanting to keep, such as number 62, Prime Photon Dragon. Run for the attack gain. Since it's an XZ based deck, more than likely you're going to try to get as many XZs, although because of Link format it's hard to do and I don't have any Link monsters for this deck yet. So right now you're just looking at a little bit of an attack boost, but it's still a decent attack boost, especially with it being a rank 8. Number 95, Dark Matter Dragon. Good for the banishing of 3 cards for the price of 3 dragons, and especially if you want to send Felgrand, Archbrave, and probably another Galaxy Eyes or another Archbrave to the graveyard. So, perfect for that. And last I have the 107 and C107 for the 7th one rank up. If you happen to go into it, its effect to negate all the other cards' fields perfectly fine, or you can even use a couple of the other monsters as tribute fodder for its multiple attack effect. And with that, that's the Galaxy Eyes profile that I have. Obviously, it's not really set up for links, but you could change the extra deck however you like. Like, you can take out the rank 4s and put in a couple of link monsters like a Decode Talker, Firewall, or something like that. And most people would ask, why am I not running Infinity? It's because I just didn't want to run Infinity, and you can still run it, like take out a couple of the cards I chose for personal reasons and put in a couple of Galaxy Soldiers. Put a couple Galaxy Soldiers and there you go, Infinity. Other than that, that's just what I wanted to show you guys, so guys, have fun.